Just be yourself and everything will be okay. Don't forget who you are. What does that even mean? Is this kid staying at home and fears to go out who I am? Is this guy who needs to be with family and give up his American dream who I am? Is this man lying down on the bed and drinking beer who I am? If this is not who I am, why am I like this so often? Hi, how are you? I'm David. D to the A to the V-I-D. Sorry. Today I'm going to share with you a story. So let's begin. It was one peaceful afternoon. People saw an old lady looking for something in the street outside her hut. What happened? What are you looking for? They asked her. I lost my needle, she said. Everyone began to look for the needle with the old lady. After a while, someone asked, the street is long and the needle is a very tiny thing. Why don't you tell us exactly where you dropped it? Inside my house, said the old lady. They said to her, are you out of your mind? If you dropped the needle inside your house, why are you looking for it outside? Because there is light here, but not inside the house. What do you think of the story? When I asked my wife, she answered with one word, Alzheimer. Do you agree with her? But to me, I think the story is more than that. It's about leaving the part of you that you don't want in the dark and try to find something that at the moment you might not know what it is in the light. In our life, we are carrying so much baggage. This baggage can be real, like physical, or they can be emotional. Yesterday, I met a girl named Michelle. She is a manager of a fund in my city, which basically means she earns a lot more than normal people do. But she told me that she hated her job. She had to attend so many meaningless meetings that she didn't even want to be there. And she said, when I wake up every morning, I don't even know why I need to go to work. Whoa, just a second. Right now you might have the same question like I do. Why don't you just quit and find a new way of living? Yes. Why? There is a famous saying about how a bad environment can change you without you knowing it. It is called the boiling frog effect. It means if you put a frog into hot boiling water, it will jump out immediately. But if you put it into a pot of cool water and boil the water with a small fire, the frog will not notice the change of the temperature. And when it realized that the water was so hot and would kill it, it could only say, quack quack. It's just like the old lady lost her needle in the house. We all have these needles in our life. We may call them baggage. These baggage have different shapes when applied to different people. For Michelle, it's the expensive apartment. She thought buying an apartment would improve the quality of her living. But the fact is, it has turned into a baggage that she has to carry every day. Every morning, whether she wakes up or not, her mortgage will wake her up just like an alarm clock. When she is tired of being involved in those meetings, she wants to say no. But ding, the baggage rings again. Wherever she goes, whatever she does, she has to carry that baggage. So what if she quits that job? Would it be better for her life? It depends, because we cannot change our mindset overnight. When we give up something that used to be important in our life, we will feel lost in the short term. It is natural to tell ourselves to find what we have lost, because we have already built up a momentum of living with it. But what if those we have lost are not what we needed? Then what happens? You will still be you, just without the needle. This applies to all of us too. When we don't feel happy with our life, that's a sign. If we let it go and just be ourselves, we will flow wherever life takes us. Imagine our life is a river. We are on a boat floating on the river. On this boat, we have baggage in the shape of needles, money, houses, our ego, or even our family. Basically, we have two ways of living on the boat. We float or we sail. You think I'm going to criticize a floating life? No, there is nothing wrong with floating, because floating doesn't mean lie down and do nothing. In Chinese culture, a kid needs to follow the standards set by the parents and live with their expectation, which means study at university, get a white-collar job, get married, and have kids. Then the loop goes on to the next generation. Doesn't sound lying down and do nothing to me. It's just follow what's already in place and keep it going on. If we choose to float, The good part is, it will be easier to see our destination. Look, it's just over there, in that direction. Where? We may face choices, but that's not a big problem. Everything will be cozy if we are happy with that. But if we are not happy with it, then we need a change. Then that's too bad, because in nature, water flows from high to low. Which means, if we don't like the direction that we are going right now, we need to take a U-turn. In other words, we have to fight with the nature. And the difficulty that we have to face will be higher and higher as we float it further. Eventually, we will reach a point that we have to change. Otherwise, we will be boiled. Quack quack. Who let the dogs out? However, some issues may still occur. But when we look back at what we already have on the boat, although we want it so badly to change, we are also too scared to let it go. This is called sunk cost in economies. A sunk cost refers to money that has already been spent and cannot be recovered. When we realize that we really want to win, but we are more afraid to lose, the question now should be, are you willing to leave the needle behind in the dark house and chase the light? Can you live without it? Can it help you to be better? If your answer is just like I thought, why would you go back into the darkness to find something which in fact is holding you back? If you are worrying because the needle in the dark might be a cherished memory, might be your hometown, or even might be your family, just remember this. You need to have light in your hand first, then you can share your light with others. So just sail your boat across the darkness when you decide to take the U-turn. Eventually, you will find the light again. I used to be a selfish piece of shit, and I still am. But I pushed myself all the way to do something meaningful and earn $8 per month on YouTube. My wife shared half, so it's $4 per month. I can't say stop being yourself will make your life better. No, nobody can guarantee that. But changing yourself will help you have a more meaningful life. If you want to have hope, just look somewhere that you can see the light. Doesn't matter what you are looking for, we all ended up being someone different than we used to want to be. I think that's it.